Hey y'all, welcome back to Chat with Coach Amy, part 2 with JJ. Yay! As you see, we're still in our same clothes. Gotta talk.
I said, yes. I'm still in my same clothes. We're here.
I'm like, do you have time to record in a little bit more? So let's talk about our experience with essentials. So were you able to try it out early?
No, I did not get to be a part of the early trial, but I was ready to go. I was ready just because of what I learned about it from Pearl's post, the information that they shared with us. I was waiting, ready, sitting on go to push purchase.
Yes. And I'm not going to sit here and explain all of that because all you have to do is go to the Trim Healthy Mama website, look up essentials, and scroll down because Pearl and Serene and all of their crew have written the most informative Q&A,
Yes.
frequently asked questions, information about this. So I'm not going to talk about all of that except for a few bullet points. So first of all, these essentials I've been using since the beginning of August, and my muscle mass has increased tremendously. Like, amazing. So excited about that. My pre-workout has been incredible because I go into exercise in a fasted state because of timing. So think about this, you guys. People that work out in the early, later in the morning or in the afternoon or the evening, whatever, they have fueled up to the time that they're going to exercise. I don't. I wake up at 4:45. I also have to take a thyroid pill before I have any food or blah, blah, blah. So I do not want to wake up at 3:45, actually 2:45 to fuel, to take my pill, then fuel, then go work out. I am not interested in that at all. So for almost 7 years, for 7 years, I have been going to CrossFit at the same time. It's what I've always done. So I've never had fuel before, ever. Bring in essentials beginning of August. So I would take my thyroid pill, then I would go ahead and have the essentials because essentials bypass digestion. It's just going straight to my muscles and giving me the energy that I need to have a great workout. Also allowing me to avoid soreness of my muscles. Those two things have been my favorite part of essentials, not to mention the muscle that I'm building. So that has really leveled up my exercise, my potential for doing things maybe faster or heavier if I want to, just more efficient. I just feel more empowered to do a great workout. And then I follow it up with whey, which I've been doing for over a year because Coach Charlotte told me to. And so over that year, I've gained almost 10 pounds of muscle and the scale has only gone up 1.6 pounds. And I've recently had a little dip in loss. So I need to see what that ratio is again to get a little, update for that. But I only weigh on Wednesdays. So I'll have to wait till Wednesday to do that. But I didn't weigh this Wednesday. No, thanks. I couldn't even think straight this Wednesday because we had just got back. But what I love so much about essentials is that you don't have to be somebody that works out like I do, which is little compared to a lot of people. It's recommended for even elderly sedentary. So you've got people that are avid CrossFitters, if that's even a category of people, and then you have sedentary elderly. If it helps, that's like everybody, you guys. So if you can get your hands on a bag, which I know right now, it's like that, really that sought after product. So please, if you have even considered getting it when it does come back out, consider it even further because I think it'll be very helpful for all people because building lean muscle is what your goal should be. That right there is going to fuel your metabolism. It's going to help you lose that stubborn belly fat. It's going to help you have more energy. It's just going to nourish your body on a level that I don't think people realize. And now I want JJ to share her experience because I have been thoroughly surprised and just amazed at what this product does for people. It's truly remarkable. Truly.
Yes. Truly remarkable. So I will say that when we first got some information that essentials was coming and what it was and who it might help, the first thing that I honed in on was that it was gentle on kidneys. And if you've followed us for very long, you know that my daddy, Papa Larry, he had a kidney transplant a year ago. And so he went into renal failure about 7 years ago. I think that's the right date. And we celebrated his 1-year transplant date on August 16th of this year. So when I saw that, I read, the older, the sedentary, and then now it's general and kidneys. So I was looking at it for my dad. Well, then it starts with the pre-order, or not the pre-order, the very first pre-launch order that they did, like where you could just, they only had a very, very, very small limited bags. And I had been watching for it. And so the second they said I could get it, I jumped in on the order. I actually was flying across the country and had somebody helping me. I'm like, it's open, get it for me. So I got 2 bags in, 1 bag for my dad and 1 bag for me. Because I thought, I'm going to coach. I need to try it mainly for taste. And then Pearl made a post about those more sedentary people and how it could help them. And, of course, Pearl is so eloquent and so wonderful in the way and kind and gracious. But y'all, I heard, hey, JJ, sitting on the couch, this can help you.
I love it.
Because I do kickboxing classes twice a week. But I have been traveling so much, I have missed a whole lot. And so it has not been regular at all. And I thought, I'm going to just do it. And so I committed, as soon as it came in, I committed to doing it once a day. The serving is a tablespoon, once a day in some water. Now for taste, I add a little lemon hydrate to mine. And when I say a little, I don't even think I'm adding a teaspoon of lemon hydrate. It's probably like half a teaspoon. It just needed just a hint of extra more flavor for me. But I could get it down.
Oh, yeah, it's not awful, but I agree.
It's not awful. It just needed a hint more of flavor for me. So I started that. I weighed that morning. I think it was 2 days in a row that I had it. And then I saw a drop on the scale, and y'all, nothing else had changed. Nothing. I wasn't even being super careful with my fuelings as far as making sure I was getting my fuel pulls and my E's. I was on plan, but not like
working it. Yeah.
Wasn't working it. Not working it. So the scale moved a tiny bit, and I thought, okay, is that a fluke? Is that real? What is this? Because it hadn't been doing that. And so I had essential that day. The next day I weighed, and it was a clear loss. And I'm like, what? Now we're talking, a little over a pound. But still, if you know how weight loss goes when you're, 45 and more sedentary than, say, Coach Amy going to CrossFit, it doesn't just jump off of you. You got to work for it. So the next day I weighed again, and it had dropped again. And I finally saw a number that I had not seen since 2013.
Good heavens.
Now, I had been hovering just above that number for a while. So it's not like it made me lose 20 pounds. Like I had been hovering just above it, but I'm like, that number would not.
You were stalled, right?
Completely. Like it was just, I would bounce, right up and down, right above it. And I saw it. And I'm like,
are you still there?
Get off. Well, so I'm up like half a pound.
That's not unusual for traveling.
Yeah. No big deal. So I hopped off the scale, breathed a bit, make sure. And then I did it again. And it was still there. And I went, I'm counting it because I had not seen that number since 2013. And so, it encourages me to continue to add this because I know how important lean muscle mass is. But I just had not gotten into my groove with exercise and just really working on that. So I did, I'm really committed to it now, and it's encouraging me to be even more careful with my fuelings. Hence this little sheet that you can't see because of the light of my window.
Coach Amy is so proud of you for writing that out. Please send me a picture of it.
Yes. So I'm more of a fly by the seat of your pants. Like I literally will wake up. I'm like, all right, I feel like XYZ for breakfast. And then that kind of sets the tone for the day. So if I have an S, I know I need to get an E later. And then usually my lazy self thinks, what do I want to cook tonight?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can thaw out this quickly. I can make that an E, done. That's kind of how I do. I make sure I get my E's and my S's and my fuel pulls. but I don't plan it out. But we are going camping.
Going
And
camping
I
today.
did, yeah, today. And I did not want to pack a ridiculous amount of food because I always overpack. And I thought, I'm going to do what Amy did last week for our trip to Nashville. And I'm going to just kind of do. I've got 2 crossovers on here that may stay crossovers or may not. But like for the most part, I have a very good idea of my fuelings. So I can make sure I get those proteins in, I get the different, fuels in, and I'm good. And I'm going to have my essentials once a day. On my workout days, my kickboxing days, I'm having it right after my workout because I know that's best. But on my other days, I'm just kind of having it mid-morning. And I confirmed that with Pearl in person this weekend. And she said, that sounds fabulous. Yep. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I've only skipped one day, and it was the day we were driving home. I just didn't have my little funnel, and the water bottles we had were really small.
Tell about our funnel.
So we get to the hotel and we need a funnel, and I realized I don't have one. So we tore off part of Amy's K-cup box and literally just made this funnel, but I didn't pack it to come home.
It worked great.
It did. It did.
So I hope y'all are hearing how it's literally, you can use essentials anytime. It doesn't matter. Just take it. It doesn't. I use it before my workout because I'm going fasted. So it helps me it helps me be more empowered to do a great job. For Jennifer, I mean, she's using it after her workout, which is great. Or if she's not working out, she uses it when it doesn't matter. Just use it.
Yeah. So I'm mainly using it after workout because my class is from 1:30 to 2:30. And it is almost impossible to do that without having lunch before, just because of the way, like, there's not really any good way to do breakfast, and lunch and then not have fuel. So I try to eat a little earlier in the day so I can have my lunch a little earlier. So that's time to settle on my stomach, that kind of thing. Because I have made the mistake of eating a full lunch and then driving straight to town and letting Christine kick my tail at kickboxing and thinking I'm going to throw up the whole time I was working out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So me knowing your story, how years ago you were literally the mom who dropped her kids off at school and went right to sleep. Look at how far you've come from that girl to, I mean, you take a nap if you want to, not because you have to. Like,
absolutely.
And like the last so what we experienced this weekend at the coaches retreat was exhausting. I mean, it was really difficult. I mean, seriously, the peopling, the going, the driving an hour to get somewhere. And then, the brain power that we were using because we were like dreaming and visionarying.
Yes.
And it's just your brain doesn't shut off so easily. And then we drove home for 10 hours, which should have taken 7. So you have all of that, and then you get home to your family and all the things that you have to do, work, keeping up with your house. And now here we are 3 days later going on another trip. So seriously, those few days, how have you felt energy wise and just clear of thought? Do you feel like that's changed using the essentials too? Brain and energy and stuff?
I do see a difference because when I got back from the Grand Canyon trip, which I didn't have the essentials for, I kept saying, I know I'm not truly jet lagged. I mean, I was only 2 hours behind. It wasn't a big deal. But for probably a week, I felt just exhausted. And the Grand Canyon trip was amazing. And I loved every moment of it, but it wasn't as difficult as I anticipated it being.
Right, the hikes and things like that. Okay.
Right. Everybody kept warning me about the elevation and how other people in my brain are a lot more fit than I am. They would pass out from the elevation. And so I was a little worried. Y'all, I just did it. 3-mile hike, let's go. Boom. 2-mile hike today. Oh, let's go. Why are we only doing half a mile right now? What? Let's go. Thankfully, the elevation did not bother me at all. The hiking did not bother me. But when I got home, I was exhausted. And so then came the essentials. And I do feel like that helped me recover from that, whatever was going on with that. And then prepare for this. We were up early. We were up late.
Every night, midnight or later.
Yeah. Yeah. One night I told Amy, I said, it does not matter who is out on the patio of the hotel. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't care. I don't care who it is. I don't care what they're saying, what we're doing. I'm going to bed at 10 p.m. And this was at like a little before, it was a little before 9. I'm like, I'm going to spend some time and visit, and then I'm going to bed. 12:07, we left the patio because I looked. 12:07.
Oh, that's so
But it was such an amazing night. And yeah, so I had energy to do it all. I'm home now, and like, bless Red's heart, I told him, oh, I'll get the camper pack while you're gone. And then Amy texted me the link to the podcast, and I went, I forgot, I'm literally sitting here eating my oatmeal, drinking coffee because I could. So I have done nothing to pack the camper. Our stuff is laid out, but yeah, I am energized. I am refreshed. And I will tell you, last week before we left, which was when I was just starting the essentials, one of my kickboxing workouts, I was so sore because I was like, even like showing Red, like I would touch like with a fingertip a muscle, and it hurt so badly. And Red, I was like, is it crazy? And he's like, oh no, I can feel how tight it is. It was like it wasn't wanting to release or something. He's like, I can feel the tension in the muscle. So now, like, what is today? Today is Friday. So Wednesday, the day after we drove 10 hours home, I went to kickboxing. And we did one of the moves that made me really, really sore the week before. And yeah, it felt good. Like I felt it. I felt those muscles working. I have no soreness.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I can feel that my muscles have been used this week, that they have worked, but it's not that, oh, don't make me pick it
like
up.
I'm 95. Yeah.
No, it's just like, oh, they exist. They're there.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm really encouraged. I don't think my dad has started the essentials, but he's fixing to be with his daughter for 4 days. So guess
and
what?
his other daughter.
That's
and we're
right.
Because when we tell him literally put a tablespoon in water, maybe 4 to 6 ounces of water, and just drink it, that's all you have to do. So if y'all are still questioning it, would you please open your ear holes? Just put it in your cup of water and drink it and go on about your business. It doesn't
chug it.
Fuelings. It does not interact with anything that you're doing with THM, except for it's going to support your body and make you be better.
Do not put it in your coffee.
For the love. You would ruin it. I don't put Creamy Dreamy in my coffee either.
Do not put it in your coffee, because Mom said, can you just put it in his coffee? And I went, no.
It's citrus. It's citrus. Just put it in your water. Yesterday, I was having a little tummy issue. I don't know if any of you know, back in May, we had a severe stomach virus here, and I ended up in the emergency room. And since then, I've had some issues. And yesterday was one of those times, and I just did not feel well. We had to go to a football game. And so I had 2 slices of on-plan bread with a smidge of butter on each one. And I had essentials, and I had the Vital Proteins Lemon Collagen together in a drink. Just because, I mean, yes, it's 90 grams of bioavailable, but I'm still not able to continue with that mindset. That's just something Amy needs to overcome, with knowing that essentials will keep my blood sugar stable. So I just ensured that using that collagen. So the only reason I did that is an Amy problem, not a THM problem. But it satisfied me. I was totally fine, but it helped ease that for me. So let's go into our camping trip. I quickly wrote out my feelings too while you were talking earlier. So, I mean, I don't want to go through to an extensive situation here, but let's just talk about how you and I plan these camping trips. And everyone, please know we are in campers. She's bringing hers. Our camper that we own is landed at the deer camp. So we're renting a camper. And so I'm having to think through what all I need to put in my car. It's not like I can go load the camper. So this is a new experience for us. And I was like, are we gonna have a coffee pot? Because I know I have a coffee pot in my camper. And that lady said, yes, ma'am, you have a coffee pot. I was like, okay.
2, just in case. I have 2.
That's what I told Wes. I was like, if we forget something and get there, JJ or Mama will have what we need. It's not a big deal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. So, just saying, JJ is way past the tent days. No,
Yeah.
been
I don't
there.
think I've ever
No.
done that. I don't think I've ever tent camped.
Yeah.
She has with babies.
I tent camped in the snow in Mississippi, believe it or not, in the
What?
snow in Mississippi with a 6-month-old. Yeah.
You is a level of crazy that I can't even think about.
Well, it was a canvas, like army style canvas tent, and it even was so large it had a wood burning stove in it. It was Red's aunt and uncle. It was amazing.
I could do that.
We just tucked the playpen up next to the camp stove. But yeah, I'm over it. I've been married for almost 27 years, which Red and I had to get the calculator out for last night because we couldn't remember if it was 26 or 27.
That's hilarious.
So I'm beyond that.
Are you going on 28?
So no, you're gonna make me math it again. Wait, 25, 20. This will be 27 in December. And so January makes 28 years that we've been together.
Wow.
So Kristen Macbeth, if you are no, Kristen Ratliff, sorry, I said the wrong last
Kristen
name.
Macbeth.
Kristen Ratliff, if you're listening, I'm gonna be ready for some more shinies.
Yes, we are. We're gonna hook you up. I love it.
Yes, I said the wrong one. Okay, so camping, what we do typically is we let Papa take care of breakfast because the boys.
You got our pancake mix ready?
I was going to ask you if you wanted me to just bring it for both of us.
Yes, please.
Okay.
We will provide you with our recipe too in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, there should be an ugly link. That's it. My assistant will make sure it says JJ sprouted pancakes. That she didn't really come up with the recipe, but we have mapped it out to be multi-serve, and we have on the Google document that we created, we have the shout out to the original creators because it's always important to give credit to those who create things. Listen to that, you guys. Always give credit.
And the reason that I actually made it like on a Google Doc is because I could not find where the original people with their ideas had actually made a shareable. They just
we want to be able to print these things.
Yes, they just literally said in a comment of a post, "Hey, this is how I did this." La 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 la. So I have on my post, I have made sure to link to that post to give them credit because it was brilliant and these are the best pancakes ever.
So good. So be looking for that. Okay. Be looking for that.
So yes. So we know that Papa's going to do breakfast because he does off-plan pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, orange juice, all the things. I did stop Mom from buying chocolate milk. You're welcome. So they do breakfast. And so then Amy and I provide dinners and then my parents just join us. So we kind of split it up. So you're doing dinner tonight.
Yes, Coach JJ's chili, which we will also put in the description there for y'all.
Which I literally listed on my sheet as an S, and it is my recipe.
It's going to be an E.
I know this, but I sure wrote it down as an S.
Well, you know what I did? I started out with Thursday as that today was Thursday. Today's Friday. So I had a whole extra day. I'm like, we're staying a lot longer than I thought. And I'm like, no, dummy, it's Friday.
We're making it work. So we'll have chili tonight. We know that that's an E. So then I worked backwards today and I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to have for breakfast, which is why I had an E breakfast because I wrote down chili as an S. Hello. I know better. But my oatmeal was really good this morning. So I will do an S lunch and then I will do a fuel pool snack on my way out to the campground, which speaking of, what time should y'all get there? After school?
No, we're early picking up, checking them out.
Yeah.
Okay, I told Wes, I said, we're not there very long. We're going to maximize our time. He was like, yeah, okay.
Well, Red asked.
We don't have to hook up a camper.
I said, baby, the boys are in school. So we were a little sad that they were going to be late. So this is awesome. Okay, so you're doing chili. So then tomorrow night, Amy and I are kind of comboing like taco salad kind of thing. Because my parents won't be there. So it'll just be us. And that's easy, y'all. I want crock pot stuff because I want to sit in my chair and look at
when we camp. We don't leave the campground and we don't cook if we don't have to. We let the men folk do that or the crock pot. We relax. We
We
run
have
our mouths.
husbands.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So
No,
sorry.
I was gonna say we have our husbands and her teenage drivers to go
Yes.
get anything that might be forgotten.
It
I
is our
don't leave the
time.
camp.
Nope. Now, if y'all want to talk, we got you, boo. If you want to play games, only to a certain extent will I play games. If it's trivia, I'm up for it. These board games, I'll watch y'all play.
And I'll do it all. I am a wealth of useless knowledge.
I love trivia.
Yes, it's great. Okay, so taco salads, we knew that was an S. So I, for myself, have planned a crossover for the first morning breakfast because it will be the first time I get to have my daddy's breakfast in a very long time. So I'll have my pancakes.
I probably will have a crossover one morning.
Yeah, so that's the morning I know for sure I'm going to have a crossover because it's the first one and it'll be fun. And so I will have the sprouted pancakes with my dad's bacon and eggs. And Amy and I will also throw some vegetables at him because we're the weirdos that have vegetables.
And he does not give us a hard time anymore. Praise the Lord. Because for a few years, he was like, my gosh, vegetables. And now he's just like, okay.
Just give him here. Yes. If my dad's not teasing you, he doesn't love you. So
that's
just
right.
There you go.
He definitely loves me.
He does give her a little bit of a hard time. So I knew that was going to be an XO. And then I am going to have lentils. I need to make a new
Say that again.
fresh
Say that
batch.
again. It froze up a little bit. Your lentil what?
Uh-oh. I'm going to have lentil soup for lunch because I need a fresh batch to send some back with Red for work. So I'm going to go ahead and make that while we're camping, bag some of that up and freeze it while we're there. And that's just easy because once again, crock pot. Yes. And then I'm having a fuel pool snack. What are you doing for lunch Saturday?
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah. Well, you may have chili left over, so you could always do that.
Well, I probably need to make that an E now that I'm looking at my day. So I probably will have leftover, or I'll bring my multigrain wassa and do like a tuna pouch with Laughing Cow and Freshies. That'll probably be what I do if I don't have chili. I'm not going to bake if there's chili left over.
I know I'll have plenty of lentil soup, so you're also welcome to join us for that.
Perfect.
And even if you just want to taste it to see if you like the recipe, because I think you were saying y'all haven't really done that one much.
That's because of my people. I don't mind lentil. I actually probably have some in my freezer, but I'll eat yours fresh. It'll be great.
Yes. Okay. So, and then I've got a fuel pool snack. Fuel pool snack, ready to go. No biggie. And then breakfast on Sunday will be Papa's again. I'm going to make that one an S. I'm not going to have my pancakes every day.
Right.
Because I don't want to try to do an E breakfast and give up my dad's fresh cooked eggs and bacon.
I agree.
I'm not going to do it.
So that's for Saturday morning. No, Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, I'm going to have an S.
Yes, me too.
What I'm going to do. And then I figured I would just do something easy like a sandwich for lunch.
Yep,
so that'll be an E.
Yep.
Give me a good E. And then fuel pool snack. And then Sunday night, Uncle Red is cooking steaks for everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to make that an S. I probably won't do crossover, but we'll see.
Yeah, I will have potatoes.
You know me
if
and my
want them.
aversion to crossovers.
I know. And look, I've learned I don't have as many crossovers as I used to have because I want to see the scale move. So I can easily give up a potato, but I will have both white potatoes and sweet potatoes in case you and I decide we want a crossy. We can do one. So yes, steaks and salad for Amy and I. And
so you
then
have to see your salad? I
do.
Perfect. Thank you.
I do. Yes, I got 3 of the family size bags.
Perfect.
Okay. Is 3 pounds of ground meat enough for tacos? 2 pounds for your people, and then 1. Okay.
Good deal. So. I love how we're just planning this and everybody's listening to us.
But this shows them how stinking easy it is.
Yes, it is.
It really is. From the person who hates making meal plans. I mean, this is just how easy it is. Okay. So yes. So Monday will be the last day I get to have my my daddy's breakfast for a long, long time. So I will probably do a crossover that morning as well because I love the pancakes. I will have them and then I'll get to have my daddy's eggs and bacon.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm planning a crossover. May not happen. I can always leave off the pancakes, but I really want them. So I'm planning a crossover and I'm hoping there'll be a little bit of taco meat left. If not, I will have an S of some sort. I might go ahead and do 4 pounds. So we'll have a little leftovers just in case. So I will have an S, some kind of fuel pool snack. No clue what. I don't have it written in, but I will have a fuel pool snack. possibly a yogurt, possibly cookie dough instant protein bar. Just because those are so easy, even camping.
Yep.
And then Monday night, we'll be back home. Well, we'll be back home probably lunch and snack, because I think we have to check out at 1.
Yeah, I've got to leave at noon because my first call starts at 1:30. So okay.
Well, I have kickboxing at 1:30, so I had actually talked to Red about leaving a little early too.
Yep.
So, but I will probably have lentil soup for supper Monday night, just because I'm going to have plenty, and I'll have been tired from camping and unloading and doing all the things, and it's leftovers, girls, leftovers.
Yes, for sure.
And that's it.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
And you're out of school Monday and Tuesday for fall break, which is
right. So I also have 85 and 90%, because I thought I would try your 90% chocolate. I did buy, I usually do the 85%. So I did buy an 85 and a 90 in case I don't like the 90.
I'll eat the 90 if you don't want it.
So I bought some chocolate just in case I want a little, something. Amy and Wes and Red and I usually stay up late after all the kids are asleep to have our chit chat time. So I'll have a little chocolate maybe late at night. I was going to bake something this morning, but I'm really just not in the mood.
I'm not going to do it either. I just don't think I'm a sweet dessert person anymore. I mean, this is the girl who every night before THM probably had ice cream and brownie or a cookie or who knows what, some craziness. Mm-hmm. And now I'm just like, I mean, at the cafe, literally 3 or 4 desserts that were free. I mean, I paid for it ahead of time, but like they were, I just like, well, I'm fine.
I'm good. Yeah, that was me too.
It's crazy what doing this does for your cravings. It's amazing.
Absolutely. It really is.
A lot of work involved, a whole lot of work and a long
time.
Yeah, long time. But guys, I'm telling you, if you feel like you are, and I've used this little term, if you are under the bondage of food addiction, just keep going even if it's every hour or every fueling, and then it'll become every day, and then it'll become every week. And now it's years. And I mean, yeah, during hard times, I do have that craving for whatever, but it's, oh my gosh, I can shut it down so fast now. Mm-hmm. I just want you guys to know that it is doable, because we were so addicted to things and didn't know it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if they are addicted, if they are just getting started, I want to share, and I want you to give an update. Our first dessert was called Cry No More Brownies.
Our first on plan.
Almost 7 years ago. And we both wanted to cry. We just were so disappointed in it. And neither of us, I can still say I haven't tried it, but we were both going to get to try it Sunday. And so we got one little piece and we were going to split it. So Amy, give us an update. What did you think now about Cry No More Brownies?
They were great. And I didn't split my brownie with JJ because it was near pineapple, which she's highly allergic to. So guess who I got to share my Cry No More brownie with?
I know.
Pearl. She was like, oh, I want to try it. And I was trying to cut it in half and my fork broke. She was like, oh, it's okay. She literally picked it up off my plate and ate it. And I'm like, so funny. So we still get starstruck. I mean, my gosh, how many times have we met Pearl and Serene? Countless. Yeah. And I was still amazing. I have other stories, but I'm going to keep those to myself. But
they're just so
they're so real. Oh my gosh, so real.
They're so welcoming, and we know how drastically our lives has changed. Like Amy said in the beginning, I was the mom that dropped my kids off at school, and which has been pre-2012 because we started homeschooling in 2012. But when they were still at school, I would literally drop them off at school, come home, set an alarm, get on the couch and sleep. The alarm would go off, so I didn't have lunch. I would sleep. When the alarm would go off, I'd grab me a snack out the door as I headed to car pickup. And then I would come home and I would power through my day of homework and dinner and, bedtimes and all that. And then I would just
do it all over again.
That's how I lived for several years in a row, that I really struggled through each day. And then we started homeschooling, and we were more aware of what we were eating and what we were doing, but it was pre-THM. So Amy and I both already had more of a natural, healthy view of things as we were getting into that, because Gavin went through some health things that led us to that, to really paying attention. So things were getting better, baby step by baby step. But what really took it and made it life-changing and sustainable for the rest of my days was finding Trim Healthy Mama.
Amen.
Yep. Thank you, Christy Drought, for telling us about that.
Yes. Shout out to Christy Drought for showing JJ that book. December 2016, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we were on a trip in January 2017, and she throws this book in my face, and I'm like, what's this?
We're gonna do it.
And she's like, this is what we're gonna do next. And I'm like, okay. I will never forget, because we were on that trip for a few days. And so we were just reading and talking and figuring out, la, la, la. And then I got home and I'm like, let's look at these people's website. And then I'm like, oh, hard pass, gentle sweet. What the heck, xylitol? What's glucomannan? I don't want to buy any of this. And I'm exit. I can't do this. And then I'm like, no, shut up. You need this. And here I am 7 years later, almost.
Here we are. It's been pretty amazing. Being
called, as coaches, we're being called ambassadors for THM. And I'm like, yeah, and y'all's website scared the bejeebies out of me. And now I'm like, just look at the website. It'll be fine.
Yeah. It really, how we change. That's right. It is definitely a journey. And, for some of us, like Amy, it's, a little bit more, I won't say instantaneous, because we know how hard you worked at it, but it is a little bit more, quickly evident. The changes happened really quick. You were able to release the weight and really, change your health drastically within, a short amount of time. And for others like myself, it's been that slow and steady. But I had to add up. We did a little thing at the conference last week, and I had to add, I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like trying to math in my head. And I'm like, that sounds like too high of a number. So I get the calculator out. And to date, I've lost 46 pounds.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a Southern and Healthy 50 pounds down sticker when you hit that.
I will take it. I actually have Southern and Healthy stickers in different places, and, and things. I've got, my shirts and my Huggy. I'm like looking like, what do I have right here that I could show you? And I can't see anything, but I knocked over half my earlier.
Well, and I want to finish this little episode out with that right there. It makes me want to cry, because clapping for other people, they're seeing things that you want, is very important, because that takes it takes the focus off of you, and it shows maturity, and it shows the love that others have for everybody. And I think that is huge. So if you see somebody's success, clap for them, be proud, maybe look and see what they're doing for, inspiration for yourself. And maybe you'll take exactly what they do, but what you'll probably do is go, ooh, I like that, but this way. Because that's who you are. And even because I will never lose 50 pounds on THM. I can't. I will not. And, that's been thrown in my face. I'm not going to hire you as a coach because you only lost 30 pounds. Well, honey, if I lost 100, I'd be dead. So, but I've done it for 7 years. I've maintained my weight for 7 years. I don't show you something good, then maybe you don't need me. That's okay. Not everybody's but always clap for those that you see. Don't let jealousy creep in and steal your joy. Don't, just shut that down. Just like we shut down food craving, shut down jealousy. Jealousy ain't cute on nobody. And you use that time to say, well, what are they doing that I could glean from? And then take it and use it. So thank you for being happy to take a 50-pound Southern and Healthy.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, I'll do it. I
can't wait for that message. You better call me. Don't you dare message me that. We don't ever talk to each other on the phone.
I know. When we have something really excited to share, we'll do a FaceTime video, so it's live.
Yep.
We've done
that. FaceTime you in the grocery store to show you Southern.
Yes, I think so.
I did. I was like, I can't wait to tell you. You've got to FaceTime me right now.
Yes. You FaceTime me. I think my most fun one, and I'm gonna say it. My favorite was your new nephew. That was my favorite FaceTime.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun.
We're
That
not
was
gonna believe this.
so excited for them. But yeah, that was a fun phone call because it was just so unexpected and so fun.
You
and
probably
just
had no idea what I was about to say.
not a clue, but it was the best. I loved it. I'll remember that one.
That's
So
funny. Thanks, JJ. I got
You're
2
welcome.
podcasts out of this time. Appreciate you so much.
It's not like we're gonna not talk for the rest, but the problem is when we get to the campground, or no, wait a minute, it's not a problem. It's actually pretty amazing.
An opportunity.
There's little to no service.
Good.
It's fabulous. I can't wait.
It'll be great.
Can't wait.
Y'all have a great day. Thanks so much for listening. Tell them bye, JJ.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.